Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we're definitely recording this session. We're definitely recording now. So yeah. Let's just get started. First and foremost, always want to check the news, what's really happening today, right? Before we even jump on the markets, first thing that we want to do is we want to, check the news. But before we even do that, if you're new on these sessions, if this is your first time on my sessions, drop some two twos in the chat box. If you're new on my sessions, drop some two twos in the chat box so I can see that we have some new members. If you're new on today's session, this is your first time on my session on the 5 a.m. Money Heist. Sheesh, Money Heist sessions. Drop some two twos in the chat box so I can see that if we've got some new people on this call today, or if it's just okay, I see the twos. I see the twos. So we do have a newbie. We do have the newbie. Welcome. Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Money Heist. Welcome to where we secure the bag, but most importantly, to where we learn. Right? And then from the learning, we're gonna start earning. That's the beauty of this. If you got some value from yesterday's session, I'm pretty sure yesterday's session was by far the best session that I've ever had. But if you got value from yesterday's session, drop some 333s in chat box so I can see that. You guys got some massive value from yesterday's session. Yesterday's session was probably my best informational session thus far. Like, honestly, if you were on yesterday's session, you got so much gems, so much information that if you go out there and start applying that information, I promise you, you're going to start seeing drastic results. Your trading is going to take a massive leap. And I'm just excited. A lot of people dropping 333s in chat box. Sheesh, look at those 33333s. Awesome. Sheesh. That is amazing. 80 people on the call and climbing. We're still going to grow. But yeah, first, the most important thing that we want to do is we want to check the news. And we can see that right now, right? We did have some news on AUD around 2:30 in the morning, right? But honestly, as much as it was the red folder, I think right now, the news should have died down, right? So I'm definitely, confident that we can even, start looking at AUD currency pairs. But we're gonna see how the market is reacting and responding, as soon as we jump on the charts. But as it stands right now, we've got a clear road. So we always have three, different types of folders. We've got the yellow folders, the orange folders and the red folders. You always want to stay away from the red folders because those are high impact news, which means that there's gonna, potentially be a lot of spikes. There's gonna be, a lot of, moves that are gonna, be irregular. So you definitely want to stay, out of the markets when that happens, especially when you're trading high frequency trading, all right? High frequency trading is money minutes. So you want to be quick in and out. So any spikes, any drastic moves, right? It can definitely impact your, trading, and we don't want that. So we're looking for anything with, yellow, which is low impact news, and orange, which is, medium impact. But when we're trading orange, I always tell people, just be a bit cautious, right? Just be a bit cautious. Maybe use, some good risk, because you don't know, how the market might actually respond to those certain news, especially, with high frequency. So USD around 2:30 p.m., we're going to start receiving, and getting some, medium impact news. So, but for currently right now, honestly, right, we're free flowing. We can actually start looking at any and every currency pair, but we're going to be very cautious when it comes to the AUD currency pair because a couple of hours back, maybe 2 hours back, we did have some news on it. So we definitely want to, be very, very cautious when we're trading that one. So the second thing right now is definitely just checking the strength, checking which, currencies to exploit, and, if we're looking for, upward or downward momentums. Are we looking for buy opportunities? Are we looking for sell opportunities? What's the market telling us, right? So that's why we jump on here. And as you guys can actually see, USD is weak. CHF is weak. NZD is weak. Canadian dollar CAD is weak. So we're going to definitely be capitalizing on these. So for example, I'm looking at a sell on USD JPY. I'll be definitely looking for sell opportunities on USD JPY. We'll also have GBP USD buy opportunities. right? USD buy opportunity. So that's also something I might be looking at. AUD USD for buy opportunities also. We'll be looking definitely at CHF JPY for a sell opportunity. So we're gonna capitalize on these weaknesses. We're gonna capitalize on CHF, NZD, CAD, Canadian dollar, USD, and then AUD, JPY, and maybe GBP. All right. So definitely gonna capitalize on those. As we can see that we're gonna offset the strengths to the weaknesses. So now, last but not least, then we'll just jump into the markets. Let's just jump right into the markets and start seeing what it is that we have. Right, for us, what's setting up, and how is it setting up for us? Right, how is it setting up for us? That's literally all we're looking for right now. So let me just start charting down. Let me just start charting down, seeing potential zones where we'd like to take trades and why. Where we'd like to take trades and why. So I'm just going to start charting down right now, seeing my potential zones, right? Seeing my potential zones before I even, start to, let you guys know on any, setups that I'm actually looking at, right? Before I let you guys know on any setups I'm going to be looking at, I just want to first just browse the market that we have, right? Start charting down good zones, high probability zones, and then we can actually start seeing from there which ones we're going to be looking for. Definitely keen on taking our first trade at the, reversal, right? At the reversal, which is the hour mark. Definitely looking to take a trade at the hour mark. AUD USD actually now waits at, is coming down in a very, very good zone, right? AUD USD waits at, it's coming down in a very, very good zone. So market broke this level over here, these highs, boom, came back down, right? In those highs, broke them again inside, but, respected these highs, bounced, pushed back up, and now it's coming back to respect. It might respect these highs to continue pushing to the downside, to the upside, or it might just break, back in to come respect this zone again, because as you guys can see, this is a high impact zone. Price came here before, so we're looking for previous price action, right? So there's two things here. So price, for example, right now is currently respecting the zone. So that's number one. So if we can see that price is actually respecting our first zone over here, we definitely are then going to be looking to buy the market, around these levels to the upside. Right? So we've got two probabilities here. We've got two probabilities here, right? Currently, right now, we can see that the market is being respected here. So we might just wait for something like this. You might just wait for something like this. And why do I say that? Because when the market was here, stochastic and RSI, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they were both ready. So that was indication that actually, when price gets to these levels, we might just be looking for buy opportunities. The market just might be ready. But me personally, what I'd like to happen is I'd like for the market to drop down to these levels, all right, to these levels, to then continue buying this market back to the upside. Now, why those levels? Because price has been here before. See, price broke these levels and came back down into this level over here to continue pushing up. So what I would like to happen is I'd like for price to come back and retest these zones. Give me a second touch, second confirmation, right? Give me a double bottom here. Boom, boom. Now that's more confirmation for me, honestly, to continue to be confident to buy this market back to the upside. So that is what I'm looking at AUD USD. We did notice that AUD is stronger than the US dollar. So that's also another added confirmation that we're definitely looking for bullish momentum. We're looking for the market to continue pushing to the upside, right? We're definitely looking for the market to continue pushing to the upside. I'm positive that stochastic might just be ready on technical analysis at that first level, but we're gonna see. So we're either just gonna take it on the first level, or literally at that second level. But we're gonna see on timing. We're gonna see what the market is gonna give us and when it's gonna give us. See, also timing is very important when you're taking a trade. Say if a trade is ready, at a certain area and everything is aligning, then you might just take it, all right? You might just take it on technical analysis and on the strategy. So we've got these two zones over here, all right? So those are the two zones that I'm looking for on AUD USD. But looks like the market already now respected the zone, and it just might continue pushing to the upside. See, for example, when it got to this level, I did say, hey, AUD USD is actually in a good zone. right? So if you quickly able to jump in on that trade idea, right, based on technical analysis, obviously, and the zone that it was in, because it was a good area, right? I noticed that stochastic and RSI both at that level were ready, and that's why I said, hey, listen, AUD USD is actually at a good area and a good zone where it's at, and currently right now it's continuing to push to the upside, right? Currently right now it's continuing to push to the upside. So let me just chart down and see what else we have. So I'm also might be looking for buy opportunities here. I'm also might be looking at buy opportunities here. I don't know if you guys can actually see this, but this market is actually moving not too differently to the AUD market. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Look at AUD. Can you see that AUD USD and AUD CHF are more or less moving the same way, in the same manner? Look at this. So there was this massive push back to the inside, and then a push, and then respected this last zone over here. Look at AUD CHF. Massive push, came back in, came back out, respected this first area over here. Can you guys see that? And now, for example, so what does that mean? It means that we might just actually, start taking, a setup at, this first level, because you guys can actually see that stochastic is getting ready. This market is getting, oversold, right? It's getting oversold. So that means that, the buyers are going to start stepping in soon, right? This market is getting ready, at this first level. So this is more confirmation that the market might just not continue to push to this level. It might just hover around these levels, respect these levels to continue pushing to the upside. But let's just see. All right, let's just see. We've got about 7 more minutes. We've got about 7 more minutes. So price still has a lot to do. We've got about 7 more minutes. So we're going to see if price is actually going to close here. All right. So this is our first zone. This is our first potential buy area on AUD CHF. So I'm on AUD CHF. So let's all go to AUD CHF currently right now, because that's what we're looking at right now. We're looking at AUD CHF. 91 people on this call. Awesome. Numbers keep on climbing. So yeah, I'm looking for a buy opportunity on AUD CHF. Now, the reason for that is, firstly, if you guys can actually see, AUD is stronger than CHF. So that's more confirmation that, okay, listen, the first currency, remember, when we're looking for buy opportunities, the first currency has to be strong currency. AUD is 60, CHF is 24. So that's more confirmation for me that, okay, AUD, which is the first currency, is actually very, very, very strong than, over CHF. So that's more confirmation that we're looking for bullish markets. We're looking for an upward trend. We're looking for upward momentum. Number 2, look at stochastic and RSI. Stochastic is now below this green line, which means that stochastic is now oversold. This is actually getting ready at this level, guys. So now there are 2 scenarios here, right? There's actually 2 scenarios here. So the first scenario is you might just actually take this trade on technical analysis. So what does that mean? It means that at the start of the new candle, we have about 20 something seconds. At the start of this new candle, this trade just might be ready on technical analysis, right? It's at a previous ceiling, turning it to a floor, right? Stochastic and RSI are both ready, but it's not on timing, so it's not a strategy. So, you can go for a 3-minute fixed time off trade at the start of this new candle right now. It might continue pushing, or it might just continue to come retest this level, right? But on technical analysis, this is a good trade, right? This is a good trade on technical analysis, right? Price is respecting the zone. So on technical analysis, might just play out. Price might continue to push back to the upside, right? So let's see how this candle is going to play out now, and then moving to timing. Right, moving into timing, right? So 3-minute fixed time off if you want to take this trade on technical analysis, right? 3-minute fixed time off if you want to take this trade on technical analysis, because it's not on timing. So that's probably the main reason, right? The fact that we're not taking this on timing, which we know the market tends to want to reverse at those zones on timing, 15, the 30, the 45, and the hour mark. Right. So we're just 5 minutes before timing. So, but stochastic is ready at this zone. RSI is ready at the zone. And that's why, I said that, this is actually a good zone. It is now actually pushing into profits, right? It is starting to make a slight move into profits. Let's see how it's going to play out. It is slightly moving into profits, right? Slightly moving into profits. For as long as we have the blue over here, right? That's more confirmation that this market is now in profits from where it started, from where it opened. So on technical analysis, this trade is playing out. It's respecting that zone. Oh, it's making a massive push to the upside right now. It's making a massive push to the upside. So if you took this trade on technical analysis, you're definitely clearing this trade soon, right? If you took the trade on technical analysis, when you clear this trade, drop some clears in the chat box. If you took this trade and started a new candle on technical analysis, let's see who's making money with me this morning. Perfect trade. It's moving in profits right now. Cleared twice. Awesome. Cleared. So a lot of people already, are making money. Already cleared. Awesome, guys. That's moving right now. It's moving in deep profits right now. So everyone who took this trade and started the new candle on technical analysis should be clearing this trade and making money. And for a 3-minute fixed time off trade, cleared. Awesome. So do continue to drop those clears as soon as you clear this trade. Okay. People are clearing. People are making money. So yeah, guys. So this trade actually played out. I did call it out. I did say that, hey, listen, at the start of the new candle, if price continues to hover where it's at, it's actually a valid time to buy this market. All right, it was a valid time to buy this market. If you took this market at the start of the new candle, you definitely should have cleared right now. Cleared. Awesome. So everyone who took this trade definitely should have cleared. 100 people on the call right now. I know it's still going to continue to grow. Right? It's still going to continue to grow. Cleared. Awesome. So definitely, right, for a 3-minute fixed time off, anyone who took that trade should definitely have cleared already right now. Right, cleared. Okay, people are securing bag, people are making money. So this trade idea played out perfectly. So I just want to break down why we took this idea, so you guys have an understanding of where it was and why we actually took that trade. So first and foremost, let's see how good of a trade it was by pointing down and counting down the points of why we actually took this trade. So let's just look at the chat box. Cleared. Awesome. So people did make money on the setup. It is still in profits. So the first reason why we took this trade was the fact that AUD is stronger than CHF. So this is more momentum to the upside. So this was giving us our first confirmation. Cleared. Awesome. Number 2 is we had the up arrow, right? So we had the up arrow. So we were definitely looking for buy opportunities. Look at that massive push now, guys. Boom. Right? This trade flew up in profits. AUD, CHF. Everyone should have definitely cleared that trade. Everyone should have made money who jumped on that trade on technical analysis. Amazing. That's 1-0 on the session. All right. So number 2 is we had the up arrow, right? Number 3, like I said, stochastic was ready. Stochastic was oversold. So it was time for the buyers to start stepping in. RSI was above this gray line, touching the gray line. What does that mean? It means that there's more momentum to the upside. The price might just continue pushing to the upside, right? So where is stochastic? Where is RSI right now? RSI is touching and above the gray line. So that's number 4. That's more confirmation that, okay, we're looking for buy opportunities, right? Number 5 is where's the EMA? See, the EMA is below the level and it's green. So what does that mean? When EMA is below the level and it's green, that's more confirmation and more, indication that price is going to continue pushing to the upside, right? When it's red and it's above, that's an indication for sell opportunities. But when it's below and it's green, confirmation for buy opportunities. So that's point number 5, right? Point number 6, do we have a ceiling, a floor? Definitely we have to be looking for floors when we get to that level. So what do we have here? Let me just move this line so we can actually see, boom. See, what did we have here? We had a small floor over here, right? We had a floor over here that was forming. See now, number 6, all right? So number 7 is previous price action. All right, so what has price been doing at this level before? Look at what we have here. We have a couple of ceilings here. So price was respecting this zone and was failing to break this level. So this is a high impact zone. And that's why I charted this graph and I put this line over here, right? Because this was a very, very sensitive area. So as soon as price got to this level, I was confident that if RSI and stochastic are both ready, then price is going to start reversing, right? And that's what happened. So that's 7. Point number 8 is, was it on timing? No. Point number 9, Bollinger Bands. Were the Bollinger Bands close to the area? No. So out of a potential 9-point trade, right? Out of a potential 9-point trade, that was a 7-point trade. 7 out of 9 is a good trade, and that's why I called out that trade, right? See, anything above a 5, then we're confident in taking. But anything below 5, then we definitely have to reconsider that trade. So this was a 7 out of 9-point trade. So definitely a good trade, right? And that's why a lot of people took it. And everyone who took that trade should have definitely cleared. But see, what's happening right now is that price just broke this level. So I just want to stay away from it right now, because if it breaks this level, where I'm confident in taking it again is when it gets to these levels over here. I don't want to take price in the middle of nowhere. So I'm going to wait and watch and observe and see what's going to happen. See, what happens now is I would like for price to continue to drop and give us a touch at these levels to continue then to push back to the upside. All right, that's what I would like to happen here. All right, that's what I would like to happen here. So definitely pay attention to AUDCHF. 102 people on the call. Sheesh. 102 people on the call with me this morning. All right, securing the bag, making money, learning. All right, most importantly, learning. Most importantly, so yeah, let me just browse through and see what we have on these other currencies. Look at AUDJPY. I actually charted down this zone before it got to this level, and now it's actually above that level. But this is also another good zone, and it actually respected the second zone over here. It made a push. So this is what I'm looking for on the other currency pick. And you guys see that, price broke, came back on that first level, right? First level, it pushed up, and then it created the second level, pushed up again, came back down to that first level. So now we have a double bottom structure. So see, now that we have a second touch, this is more confirmation that price is going to continue pushing to the upside, right? So this is what we're looking for on, the other currency pair over here. We're looking for that touch back to the downside. We're looking for this touch to this level to continue to buy this market to the upside. All right, cleared AC. Awesome. So people are still clearing AC, right? People are still clearing AC, but honestly, wouldn't advise you guys to, take it again. Right? Currently, I wouldn't advise you guys to take it again. Like, Ken Vrimo always says, you don't want to rob a bank, twice, wearing the same clothes. You don't want to rob the bank twice wearing the same clothes. So definitely go back and change, all right? And then come back and rob the bank again, all right? But don't go back wearing the same, outfit that you wore when you were robbing the bank the first time. Cleared AC. So, a lot of people might have taken AC again at the bottom. But honestly, when price breaks my level, I watch price, right? I don't like, taking price when it's at, in the middle of nowhere, to be honest, right? I'd rather observe, wait for price to get to my zones where I'm confident in taking it, and then I just move from there. So definitely, that's how I'd like to do it. So I wouldn't have taken this trade at the start of this where it was over here. Definitely wouldn't have taken the trade. I would have just observed, because you guys can see it's actually not on any of my zones. So I wouldn't be confident in taking that trade idea. I definitely wouldn't be confident in taking that trade idea. So let's just browse through right now, see what else we have, right? See if we can, start charting down other setups, and see what we have. This is our last week, guys, of our, second month. This is our last week of our second month. So far, we've taken 68 trades. We've taken 68 trades. Out of those 68 trades, I've managed to win 63, and I've only taken 5 lessons. Right. So we're definitely, growing, because last month, I think we took 59. from those 59 trades, I was able, to successfully, give out 55 win trade ideas and only four lessons. All right. So definitely we're trading more this month. Right. We're growing. Right. We're definitely trading more this month. We've got about 68 trades already in. We're still having a couple of days. Right. But we're on a 92, if not 93% win rate this month. Right. 92, if not a 93% win rate. Just broke a record also, right? 108 people on this call, 109 people on this call, our highest number yet. I think yesterday we topped 106 people, right? So today we're doing 109 people. So that's amazing, right? We're growing, and I'm excited. So let me just see what's really happening on the charts and in the markets. See if we don't have any potential zones, potential setup ideas. Okay, Euro JPY looks like it is coming back to a zone. Euro JPY looks like it is coming back to a zone to continue falling, right? To continue falling. So I am looking at USD, Euro JPY right now. I'm looking at Euro JPY right now. So let's just go to Euro JPY, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking for a sell opportunity. I'm on Euro JPY. I'm looking for a sell opportunity on Euro JPY. Would like for the market to just give us another push back up to these zones. Let me just fix my line over here, right? My zone. So I'll just like for the market to just push back in these lines. If you guys can actually see, stochastic is ready. Stochastic is an overbought market, right? Stochastic is an overbought market right now where it's at. So that means that it's ready, right? RSI is deep in the downward momentum. As you guys can actually see, it's actually below the red line. Remember what I said about the red line yesterday. If price is below this red line, that is a deep trend momentum, right? So price is currently in deep downside momentum. As you guys can actually see, it's below the red line, right? So that's also a big confirmation that, hey, price might continue to drop heavily very, very soon, right? Price might continue to drop heavily very, very soon. So where it's at right now, it's coming out to a very, very good zone. I won't lie, right? It's coming down to a very, very good zone. So price broke this level. It's coming back up to retest it now. So I'm confident that price is going to do what? It's going to continue to drop again, right? So that's how I would like this, idea to play out, right? As long as it's responding and reacting as it is right now on this level, I'm confident that price is going to fail to break this level to continue pushing back to the downside, right? JPY is stronger than the euro. So that's also another confirmation. JPY is stronger than the euro. So in technical analysis at the start of this new candle, this trade idea might just be ready to start dropping again, right? But it's not on timing, right? It's not on timing again, right? But stochastic, RSI strength, it's at a, ceiling where it's at. So all three are pointing, we've got the EMA as well, right? So, majority of indicators are pointing to a downward trend, a downward momentum where it's at right now. So it might just play out like that in the next 10 seconds. Okay, see, now it's breaking that level. See, when it breaks that level, you wanna be very, very cautious, right? So now you wanna step back, you wanna observe, right? When price breaks your zone, you want to take a step back and observe. You don't just want to just jump into the market and trade, right? Remember, we are investors here, right? We are investors. And our main goal as investors is to protect our capital, right? So we just want to now just watch. Sometimes it's good to watch, right? See, as much as, price is still very much, ready, is asking to see, with stochastic, with RSI, right? As soon as the price breaks your certain level, you just want to observe, you just want to watch, and see if, oh, look at that massive drop now. Look at that massive drop. Look at it playing out. But honestly, right, it's very good sometimes, to not trade all the time and just to observe. As much as price is going to continue pushing in your direction, it's just good to learn so that you know that, okay, listen, Next time something like this happens, this is how it's going to play out, So, previous price action. Price actually, when it gets to certain zones like this is how it actually plays out, But we don't trade certainty. Also remember that. We don't trade certainty. Also remember that. We don't trade certainty, right? We don't trade certainty. 111 people on this call. Sheesh. That is a record, right? That is an absolute record. That is amazing, guys. That is absolutely amazing. All right. So this trade is actually playing out, right? This trade is playing out, right? Euro JPY is massively dropping, right? It's not dropping on timing, it's dropping on technical analysis. But like I said, right, as much as it's playing out how we predicted, because we were looking for sell opportunities as well, because of, stochastic was ready, RSI was ready, the strength was there. So we were just waiting for, that break and retest of structure. And we got that. We got the break, we got the retest. So all that was left now was for market to start reversing and pushing towards the downside. But I was hoping that was going to happen on timing at the 15-minute interval. But it decided, to happen, before, in technical analysis. So yeah, this trade, opened, new candle, and it continued to drop back, to the downside, right? To the downside. As much as it broke our level, right? It did break our level, but still, it managed to push back into structure. So it broke our level and then it broke back into structure. So we'll let it slide, right? So whoever might have taken this trade, right, at the start of the new candle, should definitely be in profits right now, should have even cleared, right? I didn't officially call out this trade, so I'm not going to take ownership of it, but it is moving in our direction as we predicted, right? As we predicted, it is making that push. So if you did maybe, catch this trade at the start of the new candle, do drop the clears in the chat box. So we see that, some people are actually making money, but if not, it's completely fine, right? It's completely fine. Cleared. Awesome. Cleared. Awesome. Cleared. Lesson. How did you take a lesson? If you took the trade at the start of the new candle, right, at the start of the new candle, this trade never went back to that zone. It never went back to its original price after this candle pushed to the downside. If you took a 3-minute fixed time off trade, this candle should have definitely moved in your direction, right? It never went back up to test that zone again after it made that massive push to the downside. So if you took a lesson, it's either you took this trade, right, early, before the new candle opened, or late, one of the two. Right, please make sure that you mute your mics when you jump on the calls, when you jump on the sessions. 112 people on this call. Right, 112 people on this call right now. So it's retesting that zone right now, right? So on timing, it might just be ready. But now it's making a push up. See, I'm not comfortable again on taking this trade, right? Because of how aggressively it's wanting to push back to the upside. Look at that. It's breaking this level as well. So definitely not keen on taking this trade. As much as there is this zone over here, definitely not keen on taking this trade. Even if it does get to that zone, definitely just going to observe and watch how it's going to play out. All right, stochastic RSI are still already. Strength is still indicating a push to the downside. So let's just see how this trade is going to play out. New candle open, boom, price dropped again. New candle open, price dropped again. All right, new candle open, price dropped again. And now it's happening on timing. And now it's happening on what? On timing. All right, it's happening on timing. So price was just making that massive push to come retest this last zone. So all you want to do is when price breaks a level, you always just want to rechart your graph. You always want to rechart and look for the next potential zone, and you just want to wait for price to get to that level. See, before price got to this level, I'd already charted down this level because that was the next potential zone. And look at where it's at right now. It literally kissed the next potential zone, and then it dropped, and then it continued to make that push and that move that we were anticipating from the get-go. Look at that massive drop right now. Look at that massive drop right now. All right. So if you took this now on timing, right? Because remember, it's timing right now. Remember, we always want to take trades at the 15, the 30, the 45, and the hour mark, right? So right now we are at the 15-minute interval. See what happens at the 15-minute intervals, what happens at the 30-minute intervals, what happens at the 45-minute intervals, what happens at the hour intervals is that price tends to want to reverse. So we can actually see here we have 1, 2, 3 blue candles. So price was actually moving in a certain direction. Boom, it got to this level, new candle, reversed, right? Reversed. So that's what price tends to want to do. It tends to want to reverse at the 15, the 30, the hour mark, right? The 15, the 30, the 45, and the hour mark. And that's literally what's happening right now. That's literally what's happening right now. Price is massively, massively dropping, massively, massively moving the opposite direction. So if you're in on this trade, 113 people on this line, if you're in on this trade, if you took the trade at the start of the new candle on timing and on strategy, drop some clears in the chat box as soon as you clear. This trade is running deep, deep profits right now. JPY is stronger than, euro, right? JPY is stronger than euro. We had the down arrow. Stochastic and RSI have been ready. I did, emphasize on that, Stochastic and RSI have been ready, right? So price made that push, reversed, boom. Now on strategy, cleared. So in strategy, this was a good trade. Let me just make sure that I'm muting everyone. Let me make sure I'm muting everyone. 113 people. We actually, reached 116 people on this call. So that's amazing, right? So that's amazing. Let me just go back in the chat box. I think I saw a big message. Let me just read this. Good morning, lady. I saw people on the group talking about the strategy you taught in yesterday's strategy. If you don't mind, please repeat it. I was on the call, but might have missed it. There's really not, if you were on the session yesterday, everything you heard on the session yesterday was exactly as it is, right? It was exactly as it is. There's not really strategy. It's just observing price action, understanding how price moves, and just predicting how price is going to continue moving in the future. For example, like I was showing you guys yesterday, the break and retest. See, that's a typical example of a break and retest. Price broke a level, came back up to retest that zone to continue pushing to the downside. So you're always looking for the break and retest. Cleared. So a lot of people are clearing, right? A lot of people cleared this trade. A lot of people make money on this trade, Euro JPY idea. Right? A lot of people made, cleared. So a lot of people actually took this trade. A lot of people cleared this trade. Cleared. Awesome, guys. Continue to drop those clears in the chat box as soon as you clear this trade. Everyone who took this trade should have definitely cleared. Everyone who took this trade should have definitely cleared. Everyone who took this trade should have definitely cleared. So let's see the cleared in the chat box. Cleared. Amazing. So yeah. So on strategy, this was actually, setting up. It's set up, right? Because JPY was stronger than, euro, right? Stochastic RSI already. We had the down arrow. We had, EMA, right, which is above the market, and it was red. So that was more confirmation, more indication, cleared. Awesome, right? So that was more confirmation, more indication that price might just continue to push the downside. So all we had to do was just, fix our, our chart, rechart, draw new lines and just see how the market is going to respect those new zones. And market respected the zone, came back, touched, responded to that zone, and continued to push to the downside. Right, and continue to push back down to the downside. So let's just now look for another setup. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna just start charting down and looking at good zones where I like to start taking trades, and then we can actually start moving from there as per usual. As per usual, as per usual, as per usual. So CHF JPY literally at a zone right now where it's at CHF JPY literally at a zone right now. Price just might respect this zone and continue to drop. This was a break. Now it's coming back up to in those zones. Right. So what we might anticipate here is what might anticipate a push back to the downside on CHF JPY. So let's just go to CHF JPY. Where it's at right now is actually a good zone. Right. If it doesn't break this level, then I'm confident this market is going to continue to drop. Right. Stochastic and RSI both already strength is indicating that, you know, JPY is massively stronger than CHF. So there's going to be a downward momentum here. There's going to be a downward momentum here. Definitely going to be a downward momentum. It's just a matter of, you know, being patient and waiting for it. Right. But if price continues to hover where it's at right now, we might anticipate a push to the downside, either at the start of this new candle, or on timing, right? Or on timing. So we've got those two possibilities, right? We've got those two possibilities. But stochastic where it's at, actually, RSI where it's at, they're both indicating that, you know, they're ready to start reversing and continuing to push back to the downside. So let's just see CHF JPY. Let's just see what we have on CHF JPY and how it's going to play out, right? Let's see how it's going to play out. Let's see how it's going to play out. So we've got about 2 more minutes, right? We've got about 2 more minutes. And I always tell people, when you want to take a trade, you always want to take a trade when there's about 3 minutes still left in that trade. So you always want to take a trade at the start of, you know, the first 2 minutes, right? So for example, if price was to give us a push to the down and then open up this, you know, new candle, what we would want to happen is we want price to push back to that zone and then continue to drop. So we're not going to take price at the new candle. We're going to wait for price to come back into our zone and then continue to work to the downside, right? And then continue to work to the downside. So if that happens within the first 2 minutes, then you can be confident in taking that trade. But see, after 2 minutes, right, you want to wait for the new candle, the new idea, right? You never want to trade outside of a trade idea, because remember, each 5-minute candle is its own trade idea. So you want to trade within the idea. You don't want to lapse on to the next candle, right? You want to trade within the 5-minute idea. So what does that mean? It means that the first 2 minutes are the most important 2 minutes of that candle. Because if you're taking a 3-minute trade, it means that you can be able to actually jump in and out of that candle on that trade. I mean, within that specific candle, right? Within that specific candle. If that makes sense, drop some 555s in the chat box. If what I just explained makes sense, drop some 555s in the chat box. So you always want to take a trade at the start of the new candle or 2 minutes into a trade. Never more than that, right? Never more than that. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Always want to take a trade at the first 2 minutes of a trade idea to then continue to push to the downside. Awesome, awesome. So this trade has actually been hovering at this level for the longest time. All right, it's been hovering at this level for the longest time. So I might just anticipate that it might just give us a push now at the start of this new candle to the downside. All right. But I would like to take this trade on timing. Right. I would like to take this trade on timing. I would definitely like to take this trade on timing, which is at the half-hour mark, at half past. At half past, let's just go back to CHF-JPY, see what's really happening now. See how it's playing out. See how it's playing out. I definitely want to take that trade at the half-hour mark, the reversal mark. I'm just waiting for that new candle to open up right now so we can see what's really happening here. Just waiting for that new candle. I don't know why it's taking forever. We can actually see these other setups all have these new candles already up and running. So let's just see. We're going to go back to that CHF-JPY. Hopefully the new candle is open now. Come on, man. So I don't know what's happening with Hourglass right now. It's acting up on that currency pair. Every time I open this currency pair, it's acting up. So I really can't see what's really happening on CHF-JPY. I really can't tell what's really happening on CHF-JPY at this current point in time. Hourglass is acting up. I don't know. It's giving us false readings. It's giving us false readings. So let me just refresh, see if we can't start this over. See what's really, really happening on CHF-JPY. Let's just refresh quickly. Hourglass is messing with our session. CHF-JPY. Okay, so CHF-JPY looks like it wants to get ready on timing, all right? So on timing, this trade it's still a valid trade. It's still a valid trade. It's still predicting that price is going to continue to push to the downside. So what's happening right now is it's just getting ready to do that and make that push and that move on timing, right? Looks like it wants to make that push and that move on timing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just look for the next zone that I would like to take this trade on, which I can see is this one. So I've got this zone over here. So it looks like this trade wants to make this push on timing. Looks like this trade wants to make this push on timing. So what I would like to happen in the next 2 minutes is I would like for market to push into this level so that it can open and continue to push to the downside. That's literally what I would like to happen in the next minute and 40 seconds. So let's just all go to CHF-JPY. But now it looks like it's already making that push now. Looks like it's already making that push, but we've still got about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I would like the market to go back in, right? Back in to then start falling. So let's just wait and see how price is going to behave. We've got about 1 minute and 20 seconds. Let's see what's going to happen between now and then. We definitely want to, when we want to sell at the highest point possible. We want to sell at the highest point possible, and this is the highest point possible. Price has already been to this level. So if price can actually give us another massive push to that level, then I'm more confident that, it's going to give us enough room to continue to drop. So in the next 55 seconds, we're going to wait and see what price is going to do. If price continues to push back up into our zone, then it's going to give us room for us to take this trade back down to the downside. It's going to give us room to take this trade back down to the downside. $115 people on the call today. That is a record. We keep breaking records today. Sheesh. We just keep breaking records and records and records. We are growing at a very, very rapid rate. So price currently right now, not too confident with taking this trade, because what might happen is that when the new candle opens, it might continue to push back up to fill up this gap, to continue pushing to the downside, or it might just continue pushing to the downside. But you don't want to take a trade at the middle of nowhere. So I always warn people about that. You never want to take a trade in the middle of nowhere. You want price to either be at the ceiling or at a floor. That's when you can actually start to take a trade confidently. Because what happens is that when price closes below or above the area that you would like to take the trade on, when the new candle opens, it always wants to fill up that gap first before making a move in its intended direction. So what is this intended direction? This is a sell opportunity. We're still looking for sell opportunities, sell ideas, right? We're still looking for sell ideas. Price is now making that push to the downside. So it's not making that push back to the upside. It's not giving us that room. It's not giving us that room. It looks like it's already making that push to the downside. But honestly, I wouldn't advise people to take this trade where it's at. That's me being honest. As much as it's making that push to the downside, I wouldn't advise people to take that trade. All right. Always want to take a trade at the ceiling or at the floor. Because see, as much as it might play out to your favor right now, and it makes that push, see, sometimes it might not. Sometimes it might continue to push back up in that direction that it was coming from, back up in that direction to fill up that gap and then continue pushing. But now we can see that it's massively dropping right now. It's massively pushing to the downside, right? So it's playing out right now, right? It's not always going to play out, but right now, currently, it's playing out, right? It's making that push to the downside. So someone cleared CHFJPY already. Someone cleared CHFJPY. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, CHFJPY is making a massive push to the downside, right? It is making a massive push to the downside, but honestly, not my best trade, all right? Definitely not my best trade. So I'm just going to continue browsing right now, look for other setups. Look for other setups. Cleared, awesome. So I'm just charting down my zones right now. All right, I'm just literally just charting down my zones right now, looking at potential buy and sell ideas. Potential buy and sell ideas. So I am still looking to capitalize on this AUD strength. I am still keen on capitalizing on this AUD strength. AUD, it looks like it is still strong. So I am still looking to capitalize on that strength. Cleared, awesome. I am still capitalizing on this AUD strength. Right, AUD USD strength still good. AUD CHF still good. Right, so I'm still looking at AUD USD and AUD CHF to see that the strength is still aligning. All right, so we might just capitalize on those again. We just might capitalize on those again. So I'm looking at AUD USD, all right, AUD NZD. Let's look at AUD NZD. AUD against the NZD is also a valid trade. So I'm looking at AUD USD. It is coming down to the zone. AUD NZD also coming up. It's actually at a very good zone where it's at right now. All right, if you want to take this one on the new candle, not a bad idea. Right, not a bad idea. On technical analysis, this trade is ready. Around technical analysis trade is ready. That's AUD NZD. And I'm also looking at AUD CHF. So we're definitely capitalizing on the AUD strength right now. Right, AUD CHF actually played down into my zone, and you can see that it's respecting my zone. So it came down into my zone, touched my zone, and now it's pushing back up. So this is a very good zone, right? Because we see that price is actually respecting the zone. Stochastic and RSI are both already at that zone. So if price can actually give us that push back to that zone again, then we might just be confident in taking this trade back to the upside. So look at what's happening right now. Price is now back in that zone. Price is now back in that zone. Right? It pushed open, gave us another push into that zone. So on technical analysis, this trade is ready. On technical analysis, AUD CHF is ready. Let me just look at AUD NZD on the other hand. So AUD NZD, like I said, still the new candle, right? Was a good trade idea, still the new candle. So if you're in on AUD NZD, let's just see. If you're in on AUD NZD, then you should still be good. Let me look at AUD USD right now. Okay, so we're still waiting for AUD USD to give us another push back down to at least this level, then we can be confident to buy this market to the upside. So we're just going to be looking at these three pairs, right? We're not going to be, all over the place on today's session. We're just going to be looking and capitalizing purely on this AUD strength. So AUD USD looks like it is now dropping and making that push back into that zone. AUD CHF really now starting to set up nicely for us. All right, where it's at right now, setting up nicely for us. All right, setting up nicely for us. All right, setting up nicely for us. AUD NZD might have to roll over, but still in a good zone. Might still have to roll over. This trade is going to continue pushing to the upside. All right, so if you did take it on technical analysis, do not forget to roll over on this trade. All right, do not forget. But this trade is going to reverse. It's imminent. It's imminent. It's imminent. A reversal is imminent on this trade. All right, so I'm confident AUD is still stronger than NZD. So we are still looking for, an upward momentum, right? It's just a matter of us being patient and waiting for it, right? Patient and waiting for it. See, now what's happening is what's happening right now. Price is coming down to our second level. See now I'm confident that price is going to reverse at this level. See, remember what I said when I started the session. I said that I'm looking for price to come back down to this level. And that's why I kept on charting down this level every single time. If you remember when I started the session, I said that as much as price is respecting this zone here, I'm looking for a double bottom. So what does that mean? Is I'm looking for price to give me a second touch at this level so I can be confident to take this trade back to the upside. And that's what I'm looking, and that's what it looks like is happening right now. It looks like price is coming back down into these zones, which is what I was looking for from the get-go, right? This is what I was looking for from the get-go. So price is actually moving, how I wanted it to move from the get-go. So obviously now, price might continue in the next 2 minutes to push down to this level. Then we're going to buy up to the upside. So let's just wait and see how price is going to start moving. Honestly, it's moving how I would like it for it to move. That's making a nice push back down to this zone. And I'm very confident that when it gets to this zone, it's going to reverse back to the upside. I'm confident that price, when it gets to this level, it's going to reverse back to the upside, right? I'm really confident in that. AUD, NZD, also still confident that it's going to reverse eventually and continue to push back to the upside. It's just breathing right now. Markets are just breathing right now, giving themselves enough room to continue to push back to the upside. So just give yourself enough time to allow these markets to continue to move in that direction. So give yourself enough time, right? Give yourself enough time. If you took any of these trades, give yourself enough time, roll over. If you took any of these trades, give yourself enough time. So see, AUD, CHF is really coming down to my zone right now. I'm very confident to take this trade when it gets to this level. I won't lie. If AUD, CHF gets to this level, that's my perfect, spot for me to actually jump into this market to continue to push to the upside. And the best part is that it might just do that on timing, which is going to be even more confirmation, right? So I'm excited on AUD, CHF. I'm excited on AUD, CHF. It's playing out nicely how I wanted it to play out. AUD, NZD is in the middle of nowhere right now, but I am still confident that it is going to continue to push to the upside. AUD is still stronger and the strength is going to start showing. Let me look at AUD, USD. AUD, USD also might just respect the second zone. So let me just chart down this zone as well. There's a zone here as well, right? Previous price action. Price was actually here previously. So that means that we can actually chart down that floor as well. You see that it actually respected that floor. So AUD, USD, right? AUD, USD. If we're looking at this zone over here, right? If we're looking at the zone over here, good zone. All right, where it's at, it's been there before. Previous price action, double bottom. So price might continue to push to the upside. We've got a small double bottom, right, on AUD, USD here. So if you took AUD, USD, start the new candle, right? Good idea. Let's see AUD, CHF. So AUD, CHF didn't really get to our zone, but we still have 5 more minutes. Didn't really get to our zone, but we still have 5 more minutes. As much as it is now continuing to push to the upside, I would like for it to make a reverse back into our zone within the next 5 minutes. So within the next 5 minutes, I would like price to come back into the zone. Honestly, that's what I would like to see. I would like to see price coming back down into the zone in the next 4 minutes. then I'm going to be able to confidently take this trade up. But AUD USD, on the other hand, AUD USD, guys, was in a good zone. Like if you took AUD USD at the start of the new candle, right? Like I say we have a double bottom on AUD USD, which is another confirmation for an upward trend. Then you're definitely in profits. So if you took AUD USD and you're clearing, do drop the clears in the chat box. AUD was ready, right? AUD CHF is not ready, right? But AUD USD, on the other hand, was ready. So quickly charted down just before the start of the new candle on AUD USD. And I did mention that, hey, listen, AUD USD is actually at a very, very good zone. It's giving us a small double bottom, which is another confirmation that it might continue to push. Double bottom is a reversal pattern. See, if double bottom is one of the reversal patterns. So there are a number of reversal patterns. We've got, head and shoulders, we've got, double bottoms, double tops, inverse head and shoulders. That's just confirmation that if you see something or you see a certain pattern, that this is, indication that price is ready to start moving in a certain direction, to start reversing and moving in the opposite direction. So this is a double bottom, boom, boom, two touch. So that's more confirmation that price might continue to push back up, right? Head and shoulder formation is something like, let's see if you can't get a head and shoulder formation somewhere. I want to see if I can't show you guys a head and shoulder formation or something along those lines. If you took AUD USD, should have cleared. So if anyone took AUD USD, should have cleared already, right? If anyone took AUD USD, should have cleared already. I cleared on my side on AUD USD. So if anyone took AUD USD, should have cleared already. So I would like, honestly, in the next 2 minutes for price to continue to push back down here. I'm still looking at AUD CHF, and it looks like it is now actually making that push back down again. Right, so it might just take this trade on timing. All right, and now it's making that push to this bottom zone over here. All right, to this bottom zone over here. If that happens, I'm confident in another buy opportunity. Right, if price gets to this level like it's actually doing right now, we're going to take AUD CHF for a 3-minute fixed time off buy. Right, we're going to take AUD CHF for a 3-minute fixed time off buy. AUD USD also now coming down to my third zone. Right, coming down to my third zone. I was able to successfully clear, right? It gave me enough time to push to the upside for me to clear. Now it's making that push back down in the zone again, right? Back down in the zone again. So if it continues to push down and comes to these levels again, right? These levels over here, another confirmation. So we've got this area, right? So we've got one more minute. We've got one more minute. We've got one. So look at AUD CHF. It actually got to my zone, respected my zone, and it pushed back up. It got to my zone. Boom. It got to this level. It respected this level, and it pushed back up. So this is confirmation that, hey, this is a respected zone. Price is reacting at this level. So if price continues in the next 30 seconds to come push back down into the zone, then we can actually take this trade. But if you took this trade when price was actually at this zone, when it came down into that zone, then you're still in the clear as well. You're still in the clear as well. As we're approaching timing, right? As we're approaching timing, I am looking for reversal patterns. All right, I am looking for reversal patterns. So if you took this trade when it got down to this level, when it came back to my zone, all right, then you're definitely in the clear. You're definitely in deep profits. All right, you are definitely in deep profits. This trade came exactly to where I wanted to take it, guys. Can you actually see that? Like it literally came down back to my zone. It literally came back down to my zone, all right? So I was anticipating this move from the get-go when we even started charting down from when we started the session. This was where I knew price was eventually going to come respect again to continue pushing the upside. It eventually came down to my zone, boom, and respected my zone, and then it continued to push back to the upside. So if you took it when it came down here, amazing. If you didn't, no train smash. No train smash. Cleared, awesome. If you took it, good. If you didn't, no train smash. Don't worry. Don't worry about a thing. Look at AUD USD. Look at that massive push on AUD USD. Who's in on AUD USD, guys? AUD USD back at that zone, respected that zone, new candle on timing. So like I said, I was looking at 3 currency pairs, right? AUD USD, sheesh, look at that massive push. Who's in on either AUD CHF or AUD NZD? AUD USD, I mean, sorry. Why is this happening, man? Why does Hourglass continue to do this? AUD USD. So let me just refresh my chart. So AUD CHF still making that push to the upside. So if you're in on AUD, CHF should definitely be clearing soon. Definitely should, or should have cleared already. If you took it at the bottom here, if you took it at this level when it came down and respected this level, definitely should be clearing right now. If you took AUD USD for a buy opportunity, then you're definitely also in profits on that one as well. So both of those ideas are currently in profits. Right, both of those trade ideas are currently in profits. All right. So if you took AUD USD or AUD CHF, then you're definitely in the clear. Right, currently should have cleared actually both right now. If you took it for a 3-minute fixed time off, definitely should have cleared both right now. So when you do clear any of those trade ideas, do drop the clears in the chat box. So we see that people are actually making money. People took those ideas. So this is what we were waiting for all this time. Boom, market pushed up, came back down into that zone. Boom, now it's pushing back to the upside, right? Reason why I like that AUD USD setup was because it was also on timing. So strategy was ticking all the boxes here. Our strategy was ticking all the boxes here. So AUD, for example, number 1 is stronger than the USD. So that's point number 1. Point number 2 is we had the up arrow, right? We have the up arrow. Point number 3, stochastic was ready. Stochastic was oversold, right? So that was more confirmation. Cleared AUD CHF. So that was more confirmation that, price, buyers were going to start stepping in on this trade idea, right? So that's point number 3. Point number 4, we had a, floor, had a floor at that zone, had a floor at that level. Point number 5, previous price action, definitely previous price action. Gave us a small double bottom. We had a ceiling before. So this was a, ceiling turned into floor, and also a floor which was respected twice. Right? This trade was respected twice at that level. Right? Respected twice at that level. So that was another confirmation that we might just continue to push back to the upside. Right? Bollinger Bands or near the area where we were taking the trade. So that's also confirmation. So that's number 5 now. Right? Number 6 is the EMA. Is EMA below the level? Yes. Is EMA blue? Yes. Right. So that's number 6. Number 7 is we were taking this trade on timing. Right. We were taking this trade on timing. Right. So that was a 7 out of 9 point trade. And that's why people cleared AUD USD awesome. And that's why people cleared this idea. Let me just go back to AUD CHF and see what's happening. AUD CHF is coming back down to that zone again. Right. Is coming back down to, but I always tell people, right? Like I always say, you never want to do what? Henry Moore likes to say that never want to rob a bank twice. Never want to rob a bank twice. As much as it's still in that good zone, you might continue pushing up, right? Might continue pushing up, but you never want to rob a bank twice. If you've already made money on this idea before, leave it. Let it move, let it do its own thing, right? You never want to rob a bank twice on the same day with the same outfit. They're going to definitely identify you and they're going to take their money back, right? So you always want to do what? You want to be careful, right? You want to be careful. So if you've already made money in AUD/CHF, stay away from it, right? Don't try and every time it gets to that zone, want to take it again, take it again, take it again. Just watch, observe. Just watch and observe. Just watch and observe. So I'm just looking for AUD USD right now. I want to just open up that chart. So just watch and observe right now. Don't take this trade, right? Don't take this trade. Just watch and observe, right? Just watch it. So even if you cleared on AUD USD and you see that it's coming back down to a zone, just watch and observe, right? You never want to rob a bank twice, right? Just watch and observe what the market is doing, right? Just watch and observe what the market is doing. Don't try and take every single trade. The purpose of, trading is not to trade, is to, protect your capital, is to learn, and to invest at the right time, right? It's to look for the right opportunity to invest your money, because you know that when you invest your money at this time, you're gonna multiply it, right? You're gonna multiply it. We're investors first, and then traders second, right? We are investors first and then traders second. See, here's another double bottom. Price came down to this level. It pushed up. It came back down to respect this level. Boom, boom, double bottom. So price now is pushing back to the upside. So definitely looking for our last setup right now at the hour mark. Looking for our last setup right now at the hour mark, right? Looking for our last setup at the hour mark. So far on my end, called out 4 trade ideas, right? Was able to clear all 4 of them, right? Was able to clear 4 of those ideas. It was ECHF, it was AUD, USD, it was AUD, CHF again. And let me just see which other one I called out. But yeah, we're definitely looking for our last idea right now. All right, we're definitely looking for our last idea right now. Looking for our last idea. Cleared AUDCHF, awesome. Well, like I said, you don't want to play with fire, right? You just want to watch and observe. Right? As much as it's pushing back to the upside now in AUDCHF, you just want to watch and observe. Right? You don't want to just jump into that market. Right? You definitely don't want to just jump into that market. You want to wait for the perfect time to get a perfect trade. As much as it is moving in profits right now, AUD USD also is moving in profits. But we had 2 ideas. We did 2 setups on AUD USD. We're able to clear both, and 2 on AUD CHF, which we were able to clear both. So we definitely don't want to just play around there. We don't want to play around. So this market is now pushing heavily to the upside. This market AUD CHF is now pushing heavily to the upside. Right, it's pushing heavily to the upside. But you just want to watch. You just want to observe how the market is moving. Cleared AUD CHF, awesome. Awesome. So I'm just going to look for our last idea right now. As we approach the hour mark, right? I'm going to look for the last setup, right? I'm going to look for the last setup right now. I want to look for the last setup as we approach the hour mark. I'm anticipating a reversal soon. I'm anticipating a reversal pattern soon. So I just want to look at good zones where I would like to take a trade. All right, I'm definitely keen on looking at some good zones to start taking a trade. GBP CAD. I actually charted this one down. GBP CAD, sheesh. 6-point trade. Sheesh. So we can actually go to GBP CAD and look for, looks like it's already making a push. So it looks like it's already making a push. But let's just see what's going to happen. Looks like it's already making that push on GBP CAD. Looks like it's already making that push. Let me look at other GBP ideas actually. See if we can't get other good potential setups on GBP for the hour mark. So GBP CAD, right? I'm looking at GBP CAD right now for a 3-minute fixed time off call. I'm looking at GBP CAD right now for a 3-minute fixed time call, right? I'm looking at GBP CAD right now for a 3-minute fixed time off call to start this new candle. Still very much within the zone. Still very much within the zone. Still very much within the zone. So I'm looking to take this trade to start the new candle. I'm looking to take this trade to start the new candle. GBP CAD. All right, let's go to GBP CAD, ladies and gentlemen. As long as it's not breaking this level, I'm still confident this market might just continue pushing to the upside. Stochastic is ready. Strength is ready. When the Bollinger Bands are there, EMA is also there. So let's just chart down, now it's making a massive, that's making this push now without us. Look at that massive push, right? Look at that massive push. So it was really, really, really at that zone, right? GBP, number one, is stronger than the Canadian dollar, right? We've got the up arrow. Look at that massive push, guys. Look at that massive push. Like I said, this trade was ready. It was ready at that zone. It was at my line and it wasn't breaking that zone. So I was very confident that this trade was going to continue pushing to the upside. It's already making that massive push right now. It's already making that massive push right now. So the reason why I wanted to call out this trade, let me just tell you guys so you understand, what you look for when you're looking for trade ideas. Reason why I was calling out this trade and the reason why I want to take this trade was because firstly, GBP is stronger than the Canadian dollar. So that's number one. Number two, we have the up arrow. Number three, stochastic is ready. It's oversold market below the green line. More confirmation for buyers to start stepping in, right? That's number three. Number four, look at where the Bollinger Bands are at. Bollinger Bands are close to the area where I'm taking the trade. So if the Bollinger Bands are touching or close to the area that you're taking a trade, that's also another confirmation. So that's confirmation number four. Confirmation number five, where's the EMA? The EMA is below the market and it's blue. So that's also another confirmation that, hey, we're looking for an upward trend on this market, right? Confirmation number six, I charted down this floor, right? We had a floor over here. Chart number seven, previous price action. What was happening previously? Ceiling. So that's a 7-point trade. 8, it would have been timing, but it decided to move, in technical analysis. It touched our line and then it continued to push to the upside before it gave us enough time to actually jump on that trade. So that's why this is a 7-point trade, right? This is a 7-point trade, 7 out of 9-point trade. But if we were to break down, GBP CAD cleared. So someone already cleared GBP CAD. Someone maybe took it at the bottom there and now they're clearing, right? So that's amazing. If I was to open the market trap, we actually see that this might have just been an 8-point trade. So let me just show you guys something. I'm going to open up market trap. So this was an 8 out of 9-point trade, right? An 8 out of 9-point trade. Let me just open market trap and go back to, was it AUDCHF? I think it was AUDCHF. Or GBP CAD. Let me just go back to GBP CAD quickly. I want to show you guys something. Let me just enlarge here. So this is the area I charted down, right? This is the area I charted down. So this is the zone. So price came to this zone. Right, price came to this zone and it continued to push back to the upside. But look at where, the reason why I'm trying to show you guys that this is actually a 9-point trade. I want to show you guys something. Right? I want to show you guys something. Cleared. So a lot of people are clearing that GBP CAD idea. I want to show you guys something actually. At this level, at this point, when I called out the trade, the reason why I'm saying this could have easily been a 8-point trade is because if you can see, let's see what's happening in the chat box. If you can see at this area, at this level where I called out, I said that this area was in a good zone and continued to push up. If you can see on this market trap and not the previous one, you can see that stochastic and RSI are both below this level, the blue line. So this is now another confirmation. Remember, on hourglass, on cash trap, it was a 7 out of 9-point trade. But if we were using this one, it would have actually been an 8 out of 9-point trade, because if we can see here, RSI is below the blue line. So that's more confirmation of an upward trend, an upward momentum. So RSI was also ready. So this could have easily been what? An 8 out of 9-point trade. The only thing that what didn't give us a 9 out of 9-point trade is timing, because we didn't take it in timing. Remember, market tends to want to reverse when? At the 15, the 30, the 45, and the hour mark. So we were hoping to take that trade on timing, but it moved on technical analysis. What does the red line coming down on the red candle by the arrow mean? I have no idea which one you're talking about. I don't know what line you're talking about. Red line. Let me just try and understand, what does the red line coming down on the red candle by the arrow mean? Which one are you talking about? I'm honestly confused right now. On the last candle. On the candle. On the new RSI, on the new hourglass, RSI was below the gray line. Could this be a confirmation that all hourglass is better? Honestly, it depends on you and which one you prefer, right? It depends on which one you prefer, all right? So we can actually just end this session and then just communicate. I can be able to answer your questions. So let me just end the session, the recording. Let me stop the recording.